Okay, so hi you guys, I am Jen Heilman and I am a Feng Shui expert. I am a mamapreneur, got that entrepreneurial spirit flowing. I am, what else? I am an author. Yay, author. I am a transformational coach. I'm an intuitive coach. And I'm the creator of the Abundance Academy, which we will talk about at the end of this. I like to talk with my hands. I usually have something in my hands like this. I do a lot of this to get my energy flowing. But I'm also a professional block spotter. And what does that mean? I have the ability to zero in on your blocks, on what is holding you back, what is showing up in your life, the old stories, the old limiting beliefs, where where the resistance is showing up, where you are blocking your ability to receive that universal abundance, right? The universe is always giving, whatever we want. The problem is we have been taught not to receive it, right? We've been taught to fear certain things. We've been taught to doubt ourselves. We have limiting beliefs. We have self-sabotaging patterns, all based in fear. And what we do is we block that universal abundance from coming into our lives. And what I'm able to do is I'm able to see where those things are showing up in your life. And it relates to Feng Shui and how your house is laid out and all that good stuff. We're not going to get into that today, but it relates to all of that and how I view those things for you. It is my mission to help the entrepreneurial women of the world, the mamapreneurs, the at-home mamas that have a passion and a purpose, that are putting it out there into the world or trying to put it out there into the world, and they're running up against blocks. They're running up against fear and doubt, and just when you get that traction moving, something shows up and it shuts you down and you feel defeated, you feel, blocked, you feel ungrounded, and you're spinning out of control, and you basically derail, right? And it is my mission to help you stay on those rails, stay in your lane, stay focused on your passion and your purpose, and move forward in your mission, in your business, and to help you get it out into the world so that you can actually make money, right? We can't help other people if we're not helping ourselves, right? Abundance, and money has this like sticky feeling to it sometimes if we let it, that, or we're raised, there's the self-limiting belief, we're raised to believe that we shouldn't want money, right? And the fact is that money allows us, abundance allows us to take better care of ourselves. And when we're taking care of ourselves, when we're understanding who we are at our core, then we're able to go out into the world and serve other people and teach other people how to do that very thing. So it's super important that if you are a mama on a mission, right? And you don't have to have human children to be a mama on a mission, but if you are a mama on a mission going out into the world, it is important that you have the ability to see where you're holding yourself back, right? And that's where I come in. That's where I help you move past those blocks. And I teach you how to move past those blocks on your own, and also to start to see them, right? Where they're showing up. So if you're on here, guys, say hi, don't be shy. Please say hello. Love to chat with you guys. I am going to jump into the training. And I'm going to start with just a bit of theory so that you can understand what we are doing today. So welcome to the 5 steps to unlocking the doorway of your success, right? I need to back it up a little bit. So welcome. Thank you for being here today. I'm super excited to do this for you guys. And what the purpose, I love being open and honest and being an open book about the whole thing. These trainings are to give you some insight as to what we do in the Abundance Academy. And the doors have just opened. I say the doors. It's an online program. You can access it anytime from anywhere in the world. There's not actually physical doors. But it is open for enrollment for this fall. And it is my intention with this training and the future 3 trainings on Fridays for the next three Fridays to show you guys what it is that we do in the Academy, give you a taste of what we do in the Academy. So let's just talk a little bit about the law of attraction, right? Because a huge portion of what we talk about in the Academy and what we're doing today is about the law of attraction, right? And specifically how your thoughts become things, right? We are zeroing in all of the work that we do. We're zeroing in on what the story is behind the scene, right? What the thoughts are that are going on in your brain that are creating the scenarios in your life, right? The perhaps inability to get a flow of clients, opportunities aren't showing up, the abundance isn't flowing, right? And this goes for all areas of your life, but today we're focusing on business and abundance and opportunities, which the entryway is all about. So your thoughts become things, and when you focus on particular things, they manifest, right? And here's an obvious one. If you're thinking about you're going to get in a car accident, you're going to get in a car accident, you're going to get in a car accident, and you get in a car accident, yeah, it's obvious, right? But most of the time, it's really not obvious what we are actually thinking, right? So how do we get in touch with what we are actually thinking so that we know what we're manifesting, right? Well, we work in this work with the Feng Shui and everything that I do. We work from the outside in, right? We look at our space, we look at our homes, we look at our offices, we even look at our cars, our desks, everything. We look at our homes and we look to see what the story is that's behind the scene, right? The scene that's being played out in front of us in physical form. Our homes have a story, and they are telling us what we are thinking up there because our thoughts become things and they manifest into our homes, right? If you have a wealth area that's missing, perhaps you have issues around self-worth, right? That you're not worthy of abundance. Or maybe you have a wealth area and it's filled with junk, or the door doesn't work and you lock it and you're not willing to open the door, and you make sure that you can't open the door because it's filled with junk, right? And you can't even get in there, so you're not allowing yourself to receive that abundance, right? Oh boy, I could go on and on, but there's, even in like the corners of your rooms, right? If you have a specific hotspot that gathers clutter, knowing the Feng Shui, knowing the layout of your home and what that corner relates to in your life is really eye-opening, and it helps you zero in on what that story is that's going on underneath the clutter, right? Where are you hiding? What are you hiding from? Why are you distracting yourself? Why are you resisting? Why are you putting the walls up? And all that kind of stuff. And that plays out in your home. So it's really important to understand that that's exactly what's going on, so that we can zero in and move it out. Because when we understand that our home is manifesting these things, then we can work from the outside back in, right? We can move the stuff. We can shift it. We can get rid of the clutter. We can empower our space to become the energy, to reflect the energy that we want to resonate with, right? That we want to put back out into the world. Your home is a reflection of your life, and your life is reflected in your home. And when you know that, you have an amazing tool that's right there with you all the time that you can use to manifest the things that you want, the feelings that you want, the people that you want. You can manifest the business that you want, the opportunities that you want. You can manifest the person you want to be, right? Because you can adjust your space, and then it opens up your avenue to those thoughts, and you can rewrite the story in that brain, right? You can rewrite the story by manipulating your space, okay? So I don't usually use notes, but there's so much to cover, and I want to be on point, or else I'd go on these tangents. So you'll see me kind of looking around. I've got these taped up on my wall here, and I hope I can follow the rhythm of them. So we covered the manifesting. So let's head into the training, okay? We are talking about the entryway of your home. The entryway is the mouth of chi, right? Chi is energy, and it's how the energy comes into your home and replenishes your home. Just like food goes into your mouth, and the more nourishing the food is, the more vibrant you feel in your life, right? So think about the doorway to your home as the mouth of chi and that energy coming through, right? And we want it to be the most vibrant, the most miracle manifesting energy that we can find, right? The problem is that we have put up walls. We've reflected that back, right? We've tried to hide because we're fearful of the new. We're fearful of the opportunity, right? Because if the opportunity comes in, then I have to choose whether I'm going to take it or not. And am I ready? Am I prepared for this? And so we hide, right? So how we know we're hiding, we take a look at the entryway, right? And the first thing we do is assess it, right? So I would really like to have you guys just close your eyes for a minute, okay? Let's close our eyes together. Open up those minds. Take 3 deep breaths with me. Those eyes closed, and I want to remind you that this is a place of non-judging, right? This is a place of understanding. So what comes up when we go through this is for your understanding. It's not for judgment. I'm not judging, and I certainly don't want you to judge as well, okay? It's for awareness, it's for growth, and it's for opening up your life in a more beautiful way, okay? So keep your eyes closed, and I want you to go stand outside of your home. Not physically, but in your head, okay? Stand outside of your home. And I want you to look at your home in your mind's eye from a stranger's point of view. I want you to take a good look around. I want you to walk up the driveway, walk up the path, walk up the hallway if you live up in an apartment. I want you to see all the details, right? And I want you to understand what kind of impression that is making to this stranger, because it's really important to see it from that outside perspective, to see it through that lens, to raise the haze, to raise the veil that we tend to look at our lives through, and to get some clarity around what we're actually projecting, right? Because it's not just other people that are seeing it. More importantly, it's you that's seeing it. And you are replaying this in your life every single day. Every time you approach your home, Every time you walk through that entryway, you are replaying this story in your life. So I want you to think about what you're seeing, okay? You guys can even tell me if you want. Is the paint chipping, right? What kind of condition are the windows in? Are there flowers out? Is the lawn mowed? Are there garbage cans, right? Ideally, we want to present this sense of confidence, right? This self-awareness of, look at me, you know, I got my shit together, right? Look at my house. I'm rocking this life, right? I got a beautiful house. I've got the paints reflect who I am. The condition of the yard is amazing, right? You know, maybe you have hedges that are overgrown, right? Are they overgrown over the house? Is there toys in the yard that have been there for 2 weeks and nobody's picked them up, right? Again, not judging, just understanding what you are reflecting back at yourself every single day. And the goal is to get you into that abundance vibration, right? That manifesting magnetic vibration. And it all starts with the outside of your home. And these are all things that you can change. I'm not asking you to go paint your house today, but there are certainly things that you can think about changing, picking up the toys, moving the garbage cans away from the entryway so that that's not the first thing you see, right? You can manipulate the story by changing the stuff that's being presented in the face of your house, right? So a lot of times trees get overgrown, hedges get overgrown, gardens get overgrown, that kind of thing, and we tend to just let it happen. We tend to hide. Now I would like to talk a little bit about the approach, right? You guys can open your eyes if you want to, but if you want to stay in that mode of envisioning it in your head, or if you can take me on my phone, on your phone, and go outside and look at it, go for it. So the next thing we want to talk about is the approach, right? Can someone, as a stranger, right, who's approaching this house for the very first time, can they find the door? Is it easily found? Is it easily marked? Are the numbers on the door, or is there a sign that says Heilman's on it? Is there a sign that says welcome? Is there a doormat that says, you know, welcome? Is there like potted plants or shrubbery that's marking the front entrance? Is there any of that going on? Or is it difficult to find, right? Is the door that you actually use around the side, and so like the stranger that comes to the door doesn't really know how to enter the house, right? So think about it from an energetic point of view. If you want that energy, that beautiful, vibrant energy that's going to bring you all the opportunities, right? If you want that to find you, how is it going to find you if it can't even find the door, right? If it doesn't know what door to go into, how's it going to ring the bell if the bell is broken? How's it going to ring the bell if it can't even find the bell, right? Think about the story behind the scene. What are you hiding from, right? What is the impression that you are putting out there every single day? And I don't say this for outside judgment, right? I'm not talking about the people that are seeing your house, though that can be important. People that go by your house and they see a house that looks really, really awesome, they're like, they send out good vibes, right? They're like, ooh, look at that house, right? But if it's a house that's kind of a mess, they go, oh, you know, those poor people, right? You don't want that energy. You don't want that energy for your house. You guys, you don't have to have a castle on the hill. You don't have to have this almighty house to have a presence that means that you're competent, you're confident, and you're self-aware, right? We don't have, you know, if you're in the Abundance Academy, you're not killing it with abundance, right? You're building your way up. And again, this is not in a place of judgment, because We're here to do the work, right? If there was no work to be done, then you wouldn't need this, right? So I get that a lot where people are like, I don't want you to see my house. I don't want you to see my house. And you know what? I have to see your house, right? I have to see where you're at. We're starting from where you're at. I don't expect you to be anywhere else, right? You wouldn't need me if there wasn't room to grow, right? To work through this stuff together. So don't worry about that. There's no judgment. Ugh, it makes me emotional. There's no judgment, okay? I just want you guys to be able to grow and to be the best that you can be, right? And that starts with awareness. So first we're looking at the presentation, right? We're strangers in our own homes. We're looking at the presentation of the home, how it's reflecting back at us, what we're telling ourselves every single day, right? The story behind the scene. We are then looking at the approach. Can you find the door? Do you know what door to go into? Because opportunity can't find you. Abundance can't find you if it doesn't know what door to enter, okay? So the next thing we're going to talk about is the actual entryway, right? So once you find your door, what are you seeing? Can you open the door, right? If it's a front door, is it painted shut? Is it blocked by furniture? Can you open the door all the way? Is there something tucked behind it that doesn't allow that to open completely wide, right? Do you enter into this beautiful space that welcomes you, that's really well lit, that has some fresh flowers or some beautiful plants, some beautiful art that you absolutely love, or a beautiful carpet on the floor? A table with maybe some pictures of your family that says, this is who lives here and look at how amazing we are. We're happy and vibrant, right? Those things to be grateful for as you walk in the door, right? As you come home and welcome yourself back to your sanctuary. Like, what is it saying to you? Or is it shoes everywhere, right? Is it trying to find a spot on the hooks, for your jacket, but there's, the jackets are so deep, they're 3 seasons old, right? There's no place to hang your coat. There's no place to put your purse. There's no place to put your keys. Where do you put the groceries when you walk in? Damn it, get those shoes out of the way so I can walk through here, not, trip over everything, right? There's toys. There's recycling that should have gone out last week. There's stuff that needs to go to Salvation Army. There's a school project, right? This is the stuff that we come home to. This is the awareness, right? Do you want that in your life every single day? What are you telling yourself when you walk in the door, right? Because when you carry that frustration first thing when you walk in the door, it goes out into your space, right? It goes out into your home. It reflects out into your life. So if the first thing that you see when you walk in the door is this stress building room, right? Then the stress goes back out into your space and it reflects, it comes back around and it comes back around and it comes back around in your life. And it's the same thing, whether it's in Feng Shui, we talk a lot about the front door, and that's how we align the Bagua map, right? And we probably won't get too into that today. But the Bagua map is is how we find the energy zones of our home, right? We find where the wealth area is, where the fame and reputation area is, where the love area is, the creativity area, the spirituality, career, and knowledge and self-cultivation, family and heritage, and health and well-being, right? Those are the areas, each area of your home, right? And so, where was I going with that? See, here's the tangent. So anyways, I'm not sure where I was going with that, but I'll back around. The entryway, I know where I was going. So it goes out into all of those areas of your life, right? And do you want that stress in your relationships area, right? Do you want that stress in your abundance area? No, of course you don't, right? You don't want that in there. So The side door, you guys, if you use the side door, oh, I know how I got on that tangent, right? Because the front door aligns with the bagua. Ah, ding. So if you use a side door, right, then you need to be aware of the same things. Even though it doesn't line up that way with the bagua map, you need to be addressing the entryway, even if it's from the garage, if it's from the side door, if it enters into the kitchen, it doesn't matter, right? You need to have this kind of inviting space so that when you come home, there's a sense of organization, right? So that you know where to hang your purse, you know where to put your keys so that you can find them the next day. You have your hook to hang your coat on, your kids have their hooks to put their coats on, there's a place for the shoes, there's a place for the boots, and projects get done. Maybe there's even a recycling bin right there. So like when you're going through the mail, boom, 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 recycling done, right? And you don't have to deal with the papers, the papers that come home from the kids, right? From school. If they're not important, right? They go right in the recycling. So set yourself up for success, right? Set up your future self for success so that when you come in, you're welcoming yourself home so that energy can come through and go out into your space, right? It's the same thing. So like we talked about the presentation of the outside of your home, and then the flow, right, of the home. So then it's the presentation of the inside of your home and what you're presenting yourself with every single day. And then it's the flow. The door opens all the way, right? There's no like stack of coats behind it or a miscellaneous piece of furniture that's tucked behind it so you can't get in there, right? So the flow is really important, allowing that energy, that fresh energy to go into the space and around. That's just so, so important. So finding a way to make this work so that you can, the opportunities flow into your life, right? So what we do, in the academy, right, is we go through all of these spaces. We go through bit by bit, what is working, what's not working, all that kind of stuff. And your home, you start to understand that your home is reflecting back at you what your self-limiting beliefs, the clutter that's showing up in a certain area. You're like, what's that all about? And you start seeing things in a way, right? You're lifting the veil, and you start to see yourself. You start to see your life in more of a reality, right? And it's really, really important. So I'm super curious. You guys, was there an aha, right? Was there an awakening to that, just having the awareness of that very beginning piece of Feng Shui? Like, you don't even have to know anything about Feng Shui. You don't have to know anything about the Bagua map or what elements to place where. Just the assessment of your home, right? And your front entryway and how it's presenting to the outside world, how it's presenting to you in the outside world as you approach it, what stories you're telling yourself, what were the ahas, what were the awakenings that happened, right? Because that's the work that we do in the academy. We find the clarity. I always call it CAR, C-A-R, clarity, action, results, right? C-A-R. The Abundance Academy is the vehicle to your success and abundance. We find the clarity, we access the clarity, and then we take the action, right? Because knowing this information and then being able to do something with it, right? It's one thing to be like, oh, I'm thinking, I find myself thinking about this stuff, right? But you can't really, it's really hard to take action on your thoughts, right? That's, the mindset work, right? Which is important, which we totally dive into. We have an amazing mindset coach, prosperity and mentor, Carrie Gavin, who works with us on all of that mindset stuff, which is a huge piece of the academy. But the physical piece, right? Being able to zero in on what is actually happening, right, is huge, because you can move your stuff You can't really move your thoughts, but you can move your stuff. You can take action immediately. You can move those trash cans. You can take the coats and put them away. You can line up the shoes, you know, all this kind of stuff. You can hang a piece of art. You can put a light in there. You can bring your essence to the entryway, right? Because it's so important. This is a key piece. It's the same thing going in as it is going out, right? When you're going into your home, you're carrying that energy in, right? So you want to be greeted by this like sense of calm and bringing that energy into the home, right? That replenishing energy. It's the same thing going out into the world, right? If you're tripping over shoes and you can't find your keys in the morning and you, damn it, I forgot to put the recycling out again, right? Before you go out into the world to be your best, you don't want that stress, right? So it's super important. The entryway is just super important for how you approach life and how life approaches you. So, what am I missing? Let me look at my notes really quick and make sure that I didn't forget anything. I don't know. I do these things more. I have all these notes. I think I looked at them once. I can't even really tell you what they even say. But anyways, if you guys have questions, please contact me. Always happy to help. If you are interested in the Academy, but you're not quite sure, you know, what it entails, if you have questions, contact me. You can go to my website. It's jenheilman.com, JenHeilman.com, and it's /abundance-academy. There's a video there that you can watch, and it breaks down all of the bonuses that are happening right now. The first 25 people that sign up, those first go-getters, those action takers, are being rewarded with a gift box, a Feng Shui gift box, which is really exciting. You get a crystal, you get a handmade Bagua map. What else do you get? You get a few of my favorite things that help me stay energized and grounded. What else? Did I say crystal? Oh, a journal. You get a beautiful journal that's a key piece to the work that we do in here. You get my new book. Exciting. Signed and signed specifically to you, with a message in there. You get a one-on-one laser coaching session, which not everybody gets in the Abundance Academy because it's group, but it's one-on-one session, right? And for a limited time only, it's $97 per month, right? That number is going to jump back up. So so get in here now and make it happen, because it really is life-changing. And if this work calls to you, it's absolutely a game changer. So there you go. I hope that was helpful, and I'm always available. So just give me a call. I guess you can call me, but you can message me directly on Facebook. However feels good. You can email me. Sign up for under the video on my website, on the homepage and on the Academy page, there is a little box that says schedule a discovery call. If you would like to sign up for a discovery call, click that button and get yourself into the schedule, and we'll get on the phone. Okay? All right. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you soon. Bye.